We really would love to know what your plan is to help lower the cost of living.
Yeah, first of all, thank you both for being here. And yours is a story I hear around the country as I travel. And in terms of both rightly having the right to have aspirations and dreams and ambitions for your family, and working hard and finding that the American dream is, for this generation and so many recently, far more elusive than it's been. And we need to deal with that. And there are a number of ways. One is bringing down the cost of everyday necessities, including groceries.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
The train wreck tour continues, and not even Oprah could save her. Gang, I hate to do this to you, but we're going to see, I promise, just a couple of highlights from what many are calling Kamala's most disastrous interview yet. I have a proposal. After sitting through and listening to Kamala Harris so that you don't have to, I believe that we should rename the Democrat Party. Clearly, this is no longer a party that believes in democracy, so they can't be called the Democrats. I mean, obviously, they don't believe in democracy. Their nominee never received, ever in her entire political career, she never got a single primary vote. She is, and she always will be, an appointee. She was appointed this nominee by an unelected establishment. She was selected, not elected. Clearly, they have no interest in democracy. So I think we should rename the Democrat Party the Nirvana Party. Now, hear me out on this. Those of you who have a little Buddhist knowledge background here. This is a political party that now officially believes in nothing. This is a party that revels in nothing. And it's a party that literally stands for nothing. Example number one, this is their party's leader. And after listening to this, please tell me what this party believes and stands for.
We love our country. I love our country. I know we all do. That's why everybody's here right now. We love our country. We take pride in the privilege of being American. And this is a moment where we can and must come together as Americans, understanding we have so much more in common than what separates us. Let's come together with the character that we are so proud of about who we are, which is we are an optimistic people. We are an optimistic people. Americans, by character, are people who have dreams and ambitions and aspirations. We believe in what is possible. We believe in what can be. And we believe in fighting for that. That's how we came into being, because the people before us understood that one of the greatest expressions for the love of our country, one of the greatest expressions of patriotism, is to fight for the ideals of who we are.
I don't even know what to say. Well, I mean, I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep a straight face here. I'm honestly trying to keep a straight face through all that because I still think of that Billy Madison game show host. Not one word even came close to a rational thought. I'm beginning to notice something here, and it's rather ironic because Cackles, she loves the verb to be. Have you noticed that? For some reason, she loves saying things like, what can be, unburdened by the things that were, becoming what we are and what we will be. And we believe in fighting for that. Fighting for what, you may ask? Obviously, it's anyone's guess. But it does appear that we now have a Democrat Party that revels in nothingness. That audience, that star-studded audience, supposedly, obviously that's an indictment about the state of our celebrities. That audience, Oprah, they all appeared at least somewhat captivated, maybe a little disillusioned by literally nothing. Example number 2. Hey, gang, with everything going on right now, it's hard to say what could happen or what will happen. And to make matters even worse, we usually don't find out until it's too late. But when it comes to your money, you should understand what's at stake. That's why I partnered with Goldco. Now, you guys know I'm a big fan of hedging future risks with the timeless value of gold and silver. And that's why you've got to click on the link below or go to turleytalkslikesgold.com to get your free gold and silver kit. Gang, it's an amazing free resource that shows you step-by-step how to get into precious metals tax-free and penalty-free, even if your money's still in a retirement account like an IRA or a 401k. And the best part is that you may already qualify to get up to $10,000 in free silver. You've seen the writing on the wall. Click on that link below or go to turleytalkslikesgold.com to get your free gold and silver kit right now, because this is about taking back control of your freedom and your privacy. We can't predict the future, but we can certainly prepare for it. So don't wait. Take action now to defend your freedom, your privacy, and your future. Click on that link below right now.
When you become president, what would be your specific steps? Yeah, of course. What would be your specific steps to strengthening the border?
So it's a wonderful and important question. My background was as a prosecutor, and I was also the elected attorney general for 2 terms of a border state. So this is not a theoretical issue for me. This is something I've actually worked on. Okay. I have prosecuted transnational criminal organizations for the trafficking of guns, drugs, and human beings. I take very seriously the importance of having a secure border and ensuring the safety of the American people.
I just want to stop there for a minute. I want to bring your attention to something. We're nearly a minute into that answer, her so-called answer. And can you recall what that question was that she was supposedly answering? It was a very simple, straightforward question. What will be your specific steps to securing the border when you become, God forbid, president? Sorry, I ad-libbed that last part in there. We're now nearly a minute in to that answer, and she hasn't even remotely come close to providing a single specific step she would take to securing the border. Keep going.
Sadly, where we are now can be traced most recently back to the fact that when the United States Congress, members of the Congress, including some of the most conservative Republicans, came up with a border security bill, And here's what that border security bill would have done. It would have put 1,500 more border agents at the border.
Stop.
Let me tell you,
Stop.
those border agents are working around.
You have to stop. I'm sorry. Seriously. Think about it now. We're now what? A minute and a half, almost 2 minutes into it. She's talking. Think about it. She's talking about the mess at the border. She's talking about that's what the question presupposed. We know that. We know the border's a mess. He wants to know specifically how she, not a Bill, not Biden, not Trump, what she is going to do specifically to secure the border. And instead of answering him, she starts rambling about the border. And to make it even worse, she starts casting blame for the mess at the border. She's blaming, I can't even believe it. She's desperately trying to blame Trump and the Republicans for the mess at the border that everyone in the nation knows she's responsible for. Everyone knows it. The only difference is that the Democrats, the party of nothing, they don't care. They don't care. They have no problem with an open border. They don't care because, again, they're a party of nothing. And all the polls show that what she's doing there is a complete and total exercise in futility. Everyone knows. We're talking like by 2-1. Everybody knows that Kamala is responsible for the mess at the southern border. Everyone. It's just 45% of the country doesn't care. It comes down, when all's said and done, it just comes down to who cares about it and who doesn't. And the latter would be Democrats. They believe in and care about literally nothing. Keep going.
Understand, even in the intervening months, what that bill would have done to give support to folks who care about this issue. And this again gets to the point about what does leadership really look like? And is it about you or is it about the people? Right. Is it about running on problems or fixing problems? My work and my career has always been about saying, let's fix problems. Let's address the needs because we know it's within our capacity to do that.
So to answer Justin's question, now that that bill has gone and hasn't passed, will you reintroduce that?
Absolutely. And when I am elected president of the United States, I will make sure that bill gets to my desk.
Oprah had to jump into her rescue. Did you see that? Her non-answer was so obvious. It was so meandering. It was so nonsensical. It was so nothing. Oprah had to come to the rescue and basically said, so to answer his question, so if I'm getting this right, if we were to actually answer the question, would you just sign that bill? Oh, yeah, that's what I'd make sure that bill got to my desk. Yeah, right. Oh, a bill, by the way, that would give mass amnesty to millions upon millions of illegals. It gives Homeland Security Secretary that authority. But again, so in the end, you would sign that bill. You would sign a bill. You don't need a bill. This is about enforcing the laws that are already on the freaking books. You don't need a bill. Everybody in the, yeah, yeah, I mean, I'm literally dumbfounded. Like we heard at the beginning, we are literally all the dumber for having listened to that. Now, obviously, this live stream event with Oprah, like the ABC ambush, was designed, it was choreographed to be a cakewalk for Kamala. Everything was put in place to make Kamala look stellar and in command and in control. And it ended up being, frankly, a train wreck. It was, in the words of one commentator I was reading, it was a word salad extravaganza and a painful one at that. She gave answers that were incoherent. They were rambling. They were trite. It was rhetorically absurd. In a word, she remained burdened. Kamala appeared burdened in that. And freaking Oprah. I mean, talk about a downfall. I mean, wow. But even freaking Oprah, you could see her exhibiting body language that hardly displayed confidence in this person. Again, someone said, one of the shocked commentators on this interview said it looked like Oprah didn't know it. You could see Oprah's face several times in the interview, not knowing what Harris was even trying to say. She didn't know what Harris was talking about half the time. Now, ironically, this wasn't the first interview disaster of the week for Cackles. It's the train wreck tour. And she sat down for a live interview with the National Association of Black Journalists. And needless to say, it was just another bumbling and stumbling cliche disaster. And as you saw her basically running off the stage when it was done, take a look. Take a look at the faces of the interviewers. They're kind of looking at each other going like, what the heck did we just witness there? I mean, seriously, look at them. They're like, what the hell did we just sit through? Townhall.com had a whole article on just how very noticeable the expressions of incredulity were on the part of those interviewers. I mean, they clearly recognize this lady is not ready for prime time.